All right, when you drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will be drug tested today.
Clean.
All right, so we're going to do a drug test today. All right, Mr. Pettis, you took a UA. What do you think the results were?
Negative.
Why would you be positive? Did you use something?
Maybe I was around somebody and
All right.
touched it.
So
I don't know.
so you were around somebody and maybe you touched it?
I don't know how it works now, but
This guy is originally staring down a 5-year sentence for drug charges, but somehow manages to dig himself an even deeper hole just by talking. Judge Boyd catches him lying multiple times. And instead of cutting his losses, the guy keeps pushing a lie like he's auditioning for the title of Worst Courtroom Act Ever. It's one of those cases where the cringe is so strong, you can practically feel it through the screen. Honestly, the way he's acting, his speech, his body language, even his breathing, makes it seem like he might actually be under the influence during the hearing. What do you think? Was he high? And did the judge go too soft on him? If you think the punishment should have been harsher, you're probably not alone. Grab some popcorn. This courtroom mess is about to get wild. Let's break it down.
Good morning. Why were you late?
I was having car trouble though, and my alarm didn't work. Sorry,
Can't be late. You understand?
man. Apologize.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. We're proceeding on count 1 alone, waiving count 2 and its enhancements.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're being charged in count 1 with tampering with evidence with intent to impair as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State.
It is, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours community service restitution. Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No content.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit number 1 with office attachments. No objections, Your Honor.
State you may be excused. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client realized that, understands that he made a mistake, Your Honor, and I think, it was something that he understands that he made a mistake and he's accepting responsibility for it today, Your Honor. We are asking the court to follow the agreement and so that he can go ahead and proceed forward and prove to the court that this was essentially an aberrant behavior. I understand he did have some stuff transgressions that occurred in the past, but those were a long time ago, and he is working now, and he has children that he's helping to take care of. That he I think one has autism and the other one has a disability, Your Honor, and he works with mother on those, and so they alternate between while one watches the kids, the other one goes to work, and vice versa. So he does have people at home that he needs to help out and take care of, and he just wants to try to get his foot behind him, Your Honor.
All right, when you drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will be drug tested today.
Clean. I haven't done.
All right, so we're going to do a drug test today, and then I'll make my sentence.
Sure.
All right, so are you able to go to the restroom now?
I think so.
All right, so we're going to do a UA today.
Before we even get to the drug test results, it's already obvious this guy is done for. There's just no shot he's coming up clean after how he acted in front of the judge. Judge Boyd saw right through him, too. You could spot the guilt from a mile away. He looked more panicked than a student who gets called up to present but didn't do a single bit of the assignment. Seriously, how do you show up in court twitchy, jittery, and barely keeping it together and still expect anyone to buy that you're sober? And here's a strange detail. Not showing up high to court isn't technically illegal under federal law, unless you're being disruptive. Not that it's a good idea, or anything. This guy wasn't flipping out, but he was definitely on the verge. One shaky exhale away from completely blowing his cover. Like I said earlier, I bet he's high right now and just praying the test machine glitches.
All right, Mr. Pettis, you took a UA. What do you think the results were?
Negative.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that it came back positive for
A meth?
methamphetamine. And I've spoken to my client. He is adamant that he has not used any narcotics. I even admonished.
Let me do this. You gave up your right to remain silent. You're under oath. Why do I have a positive UA for meth? And let's do this. We're going to start over as though this is my first time talking to you, okay? So, why would you be positive for any drug? Think back in your mind. Were you around somebody? Did you use something?
Maybe I was around somebody and
All right.
touched it.
So
I don't know.
so you were around somebody and maybe you touched it?
I don't know. I don't know how it works now, but
All right, everyone needs to whisper, and I'm sorry, sir, you need to speak up. I'm having trouble hearing you. The court reporter is.
okay.
So, how would you end up testing positive? And state, I believe this is your case still. So, other than touching meth, how might you have rendered a positive UA for the court?
That's the only way I know how I got it, because I have a lot of family members that, I don't know how I was.
When's the last time you used?
The day that I got arrested.
And what's your drug of choice?
I was doing the film.
Here's the thing. You are agreeing to be on probation.
Yes.
When I ask these questions, I'm asking these questions so I can figure out what conditions you need so you can be successful. I have sent people to prison before. Probation will tell you that. Your attorney will tell you that. The deputies will tell you that.
Yes, sir.
And I always try to give people the tools they need to be successful so I don't have to send them to prison. I take no joy in sending people to prison, but I will send you to prison potentially if you violate probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to figure out what conditions you need so you can be successful. Now, if you want to stand before me and pretend that you're positive for meth because you previously touched meth from somewhere else, then what you're telling me is you don't need any drug treatment.
False.
And if you're telling me you don't need any drug treatment, I had better not get a motion to revoke because you're tested positive. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to put you on the UA hotline. So again, we're back to why are you rendering a positive UA to me for meth? And you need to be honest. And if you're saying, hey, I haven't used drugs since this day, then I will send you off into this world with no drug treatment because obviously you don't need any. You have made your program and your program has been successful. You know why you're positive for meth. I was not with you. Your attorney was not with you. So if you want to continue with, I don't know how I got positive for meth and maybe I touched meth and tell me you don't need any drug treatment, I will not give you any. You will be on the UA hotline. And what I can tell you on the UA hotline, it's random and you test weekly.
All right, mama. I don't want to disrespect you or nothing, but I might have like 3 days, 4 days ago, maybe.
All right, so why are you being dishonest with me? Why do I have to pull teeth for you to tell me what your issues are so I can give you conditions so that you can be successful? Obviously, the state wants you to have probation. They offered it.
Okay.
You accepted it. I want you to be successful at probation because otherwise you're just wasting everybody's time. And I could just say, oh, let's just send you to prison for 5 years.
This is actually stressing me out. Just spit it out already, man. Judge would have seen way too many people try to talk their way around a bad drug test. And it never goes well when they keep dodging the truth like this. Seriously, I just touched it? That has to be one of the weakest excuses out there. It's the same tired line people use every time they get caught, like it's going to magically work in courtroom. Maybe you can sell that story to your dealer friends, but not to a judge who's heard it 100 times before. Like, how does that even add up? Are people just accidentally bumping into mystery powder on the street? Like it's no big deal? At this point, the judge probably hears that excuse echoing in her dreams. And here's the kicker. If he keeps lying and she rules that he violated probation, he could be staring down more jail time. All over something that might have been a slap on the wrist if he'd just told the truth. It's honestly baffling why he's still trying to spin this. What do you think? Does it seem like he's lying? Or is there actually a chance he's telling the truth? Drop your thoughts below.
Is that what you want?
I do not want that. Yeah.
So let's pretend like this is the first time I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
When have you been using meth and how often?
I don't, I mean, it's a recreational thing, I guess. I mean, I don't, I'm not a, I mean, I would just,
I don't know.
I mean,
Your attorney was not with you, so he doesn't know how often you use drugs.
if it says positive, I guess, I mean, yeah, I'm positive, but.
Now,
And Your Honor, if I may, I've admonished him that if he was honest about any usage, that he can go ahead and tell it without repercussions of fear of additional charges or anything like that. And this is mainly just to determine treatment programs, if any are necessary, and that he doesn't have to be concerned about being forthcoming and honest at this point in time, because it's not like he's going to be looking at facing additional charges.
yeah. So what's your drug of choice and how often are you using?
Every weekend, I guess, say.
Well, I mean, let's not guess. You know how often you're using drugs. And here's the thing. It is 12:46 p.m. Everybody in here wants to have lunch.
Okay.
Some of us, like myself, I haven't even had breakfast. So let's not have me continue to pull teeth from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Just be 100% honest. You're old enough. You're not a child. So just be honest with me. How often are you using meth?
Like once a week now.
When's the last time you used?
Like 4 days ago or
Don't tell me 4 days ago because it wouldn't still be in your system.
3.
Was it Monday? Today is Monday. Did you use today?
No, ma'am.
Did you use yesterday?
No, ma'am. The day before.
All right, so you used on Saturday.
Yeah.
And were you taking care of your children on Saturday?
No, ma'am.
All right. So this is what the court is going to, I'm sorry, are you employed? What do you do?
I'm a mechanic, ma'am.
No one wants you fixing their brakes if you're high. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's to be gang supervision, $2,000 fine, probated, TAP evaluation. Follow the recommendations of TAP. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. We're going to do parenting classes and probation. It can either be compadre, triple P, or rainbows. And once he completes parenting classes, the court will deem 150 hours of community service restitution satisfied. I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Yes, we can do felony drug court referral, but the issue may be the gang membership. So it's the Lost Boys or something. What is it called? It's in the police report.
Yes, ma'am. LA boys. But
Yeah, LA Boys.
But that's when I was a kid.
All right, well, we can see.
When I was a kid, man.
All right, what does LA stand for? Is that supposed to be Los Angeles?
Lanier Athletics.
Oh, Lanier Athletics. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am, I'm sorry for wasting people's time.
No, it's just I like for people to be honest with me, especially when everybody's trying to help you be a good father to your children and be a good citizen, okay? All right, we can go off the record. You're gonna have to do better.
Yes,
You have
ma'am.
children,
I will.
okay?
I will, ma'am.
All right, and if there's an issue in this court to be successful on probation, communication is key. So if there's an issue, discuss it with probation. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come into court.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
That was honestly tough to sit through, not in some intense courtroom drama kind of way, but more like watching someone slowly unravel in real time with a judge watching every second. It wasn't even about throwing him in jail longer. They just needed to figure out if he was using so they could place him in the right treatment program. But let's be real. The way he was squirming in that chair, it looked like he pre-gamed the hearing with something a lot stronger than caffeine. He claims it was from 3 days ago, but I've seen people at a Vegas blackjack table at 4 a.m. looking more put together than he did. What do you think? Did the judge handle it fairly? Or should she have come down harder on someone who was clearly trying to lie his way out of trouble? There's a fine line between giving someone another shot and just getting straight up played like it's amateur night in the courtroom. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And huge thanks to Time Served Cortach for digging up this wild clip. Appreciate you all for watching. Stay out of trouble and don't end up on courtroom live streams.